Um, it's easier to stick with, your program and everything like that if you have the veggies in the fridge and they already chopped. You can just go grab your stuff for your salad or whatever it is that you're going to eat. If everything's already chopped up and it's ready, you're more likely to eat the right thing. Um, and just with prep in general, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail with your food and stuff like that. So plan out your meals, uh, and set aside time during the weeks, to prep and do that kind of stuff. Don't prepare too much stuff ahead of time. You don't want anything going bad, and you don't want to lose the nutritional value out of anything that you have. This one might be crazy, but get a cooler if you don't already have one. Most people have one, especially most people in Philly. It might be one of the most valuable things that you can own when you eating clean. If you're going to some kind of event or you're active and you're going out, to make sure that you bring your clean food and you don't force yourself to buy things like off of stands and out of whatever store you can grab food out of, and stopping at gas stations and those little places that you can stop off at. They got the Roy Rogers and everything when you're driving, stores that you never saw since you was a child, but they at this little truck stop. It stops you from doing that type of thing. Bring that with you when you're going places like where you're gonna be for hours and hours. And people might see you with your cooler, and it should come with her cooler or whatever. But you might gather some disciples and let people know what's going on, and let them understand. And you don't have to put people out by trying to figure out, well, what can we feed her, or him, excuse me. Give yourself time to adjust to eating clean. It's a big change for a lot of people. So, and just like with anything that you can eat or that you can make a recipe of, you can adapt it to clean eating. There are so many substitutions for some of the stuff that we have that aren't very good for us, that you can pretty much make your favorites. You don't have to give up your favorites. Unless it's radioactive Twinkies. If your favorite is Twinkies, then give it up. You can still have pizza, you can have cookies, ice cream, you can even have donuts and cake, because they can be made from clean ingredients. So you just don't want to eat donuts every day. You have to have balance, obviously. Because if all you eat all week are donuts, then you're defeating the whole purpose of eating clean and getting yourself healthy and fit. But just don't feel deprived or anything, because that leads to binging and stuff like guilt and that sort of thing. And I just can't stand that whole attaching binging and guilt to that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I don't thanks, son. I don't advocate feeling bad about anything that you're eating. Just approach clean eating with an attitude of learning and openness, and you will be cool. A couple of tools I use, just a few. I have an oil sprayer. It's made specifically for spraying oil, to make a natural cooking oil. You can get fancy like that, or you can use a BPA-free spray bottle and just dilute the oil with a couple of drops of vinegar. Never use water, because you'll turn your oil rancid. And you're diluting because the oil is harder to get, out of the sprayer. Of course, you can have your cooler. I have this lovely lunch bag that has all kinds of little pockets and fun little buttons and places to stick my little fork and knife and stuff like that, and get a good size. The ones that hold a 6-pack, and I hope you don't drink a 6-pack, but the ones that hold that type of size are a great size. Get you a notebook for when you translating recipes and making meal plans and shopping lists. Just, for your transition, it's good to write down things. It really is good to kind of log what it is that you're going through. and going and doing. My personal favorites, I call it my bamboo crew, and it's a fork, knife, and a spoon, a rolling mat, and it's a small, tiny size, like a size of a saucer, size bamboo cutting board, and they're all made out of bamboo, and that's what I eat with. Um, they remind me um, that eating well is greater than me. It makes me feel like I'm doing something better. Um, don't ask me why. It's important to me that I'm always eating with my bamboo utensils. It's less wasteful, personally, and you don't have to worry about any kind of contamination or poisoning you can get from, cheap silverware or anything else like that. Saves you money. Everybody has their own, and they're almost indestructible, nearly indestructible unless you set them on fire. So again, with that, hit me up if you want the resource pack. If you want the resource pack, you can hit me up, wellnesspro@transformyouni.com. Pretty sure it's on the Spreaker page. Anyway, so raw, vegan, vegetarian diets and working out. Here we go. I made it a topic in the newsletter yesterday, as if I was going to say something so superly duperly profound, but it's really not. Seriously, if you're eating a well-balanced diet and you're getting your hydration, your protein, your carbohydrates, and the vitamins and minerals you need, you're not so different from any other person, any other athlete, any other person trying to get fit. If your diet is whole, and I mean whole and balanced, you're just fine, no matter what you're doing. You need to give yourself more fuel when you're about to have strenuous activity and that sort of thing. So instead of telling you how to, there's some strange formula on how to work out on those type of diets, there really isn't. Eat what you're going to eat and work out. It's that simple. So I'll just shout out the veg heads, athletes, and some celebrities. Anyway, Mike Tyson is vegan and has been for 20 years. Brendan Brazier is an Ironman triathlete and he's vegan. Carl Lewis is an Olympic track star and he's vegan. Russell Simmons is vegan. Lea Michele, the lead actress on Glee, is vegan. Ellen DeGeneres is vegan. Robin Williams is vegan. Tony Gonzalez of the NFL is a flexitarian, and that's odd. It's not really odd. I'm kind of a flexitarian because I pretty much eat whatever the hell I want to eat. For the most part, I just, by rote, when I'm in the store, most of the things that I buy what's on my list and everything like that. It usually turns out to be vegan. But if I go to a restaurant or something like that and they have some fish, it looks good, I'm going to eat it. So flexitarians pretty much go from raw, vegan, and vegetarian, and on a whim, and occasionally they'll eat a piece of meat, fish, or poultry. It's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's almost more likely that they'll get a balance than people that just say I'm not eating any meat, but they don't make the proper substitutions and that sort of thing. So being a flexitarian is fine. Nothing wrong with that. And Bill Clinton is a vegetarian. So the bottom line on that, and shouting them out, is that you shouldn't stress. A balanced, healthy diet, as long as it's rich in whole foods, is cool. Just don't be extreme on any side of the extreme. Don't get on those diets where they tell you to eat all meat, and they'll get all those ones where they tell you just eat nuts, or just eat, one particular thing, like eat kale all day, every day, kale and water. It's ridiculous. You cannot possibly get everything that you need with those type of extreme diets. Or even on the other spectrum of fitness, working out for hours, and you're on a steam fast, but the only thing you can eat is steam or some craziness. Do the best for you and your body, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's the most important thing. That whatever you do is individualized. So let's see. I think we'll take a commercial and have some fun with a commercial, because I need some water real quick, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And what was the last topic? Boosting your energy naturally. Firstly, I'm not going to tell you that any supplements that you take are going to work for you for energy. I'm not going to tell you something to drink or some, a 5-hour energy. I'm not going to tell you all of that, because to be perfectly honest, we have our herbologists, we have, our experts that tell us, what supplements and different things we can take. But if we're being scientific, none of them have been proven to actually work for everyone. And no method actually works for everyone. But I'll break down some quick and easy ways that you could probably boost your energy. Try what's best for you. Try a bunch of different things. So first, you need to control your stress. When you get emotional and you have reactions like that to stress, it really drains our batteries, so to speak. It drains our general energy to be stressed out, and that's why when we stressed out, we just tired of being sick and tired and that sort of thing. Try your best to keep calm, just in general. Stop stressing about things that aren't that important, and do what you need to do to release the stress response, all except lashing out at other people. It's just not right. But if you need to, you can call somebody up to talk, join some kind of group or support group, get you some therapy if you need to, meditate. You can try self-hypnosis, and that's not very hard. Yoga, or Tai Chi. Just do what you need to do to woosah, to get that stuff out of you if you're feeling stressed. And, if you're a part of a challenge group, you can call me, text me, email me if you're going through something. Don't overwork yourself, not at your job, not with your family. Don't say yes to social things when you know you should have said no. Stop. Don't overextend yourself, and don't worry about feeling guilty. As long as you're not being a genuine jerk, just don't worry about that. You have to take care of yourself. So streamline your life down to the activities that you absolutely must do until you can get yourself on a better schedule or whatever, and prioritize based on what's most important for you, and for you, for yourself, or for you and your family, that sort of thing. Make sure you ask for help if you need it. A lot of people, especially black people, and there is no racism involved, I just have a lot of experience with them being one. We have a problem asking for help when we need it. But, I've learned that being prideful can get you dead early. Can get you laid up in the hospital from exhaustion and all kinds of stuff that we laugh at these celebrities about. But don't be afraid to ask for help when you need help. Exercise. It almost puts a stamp on your forehead that guarantees everyone and says, I'm going to sleep good tonight. It gives your cells more energy to burn, circulates oxygen for your muscles when they've been taxed by exercise, and it also wakes up the epinephrine twins, epinephrine and norepinephrine, that they make you say, when you get that whole boost of that energy and from those hormones, it's like, let's go, so do anything that you can as far as exercise is concerned within health boundaries to get your juices flowing. And you can even start out by walking. 4, do not smoke. Everybody knows it's bad for you, but seriously, it siphons off your energy by causing insomnia.